replacing the master cylinder on this 1990 Toyota Land Cruiser. Now, as I understand it, this install will work for years 1989, 88, and 87, and maybe even some years prior. I don't know. Someone can check me on that. But let's get to it. On the bottom nut on the driver's side, where the master cylinder mounts to the brake booster, you'll see a little tab here. You can just bend it down, and it pulls this little bundle of items up and holds them while the vehicle's in motion. And then you have a little quick disconnect right here. And I believe this is one where you pull up and then you pull down. Let's see if that works. There we go, pull back just like that. And that is on the cap. So I believe this is your brake fluid level sensor. Before we get too far into this install, it is helpful to take a look at the new part and see if it's the same. All right, so they do look to be the same. We'll just go item by item. Rubber cap with a level sensor and a pigtail. Now it is important to note that this pigtail does not have the same brown tap connector that our other one does. So we'll have to go ahead and swap lids, or at least, at the very least, swap out the sensors. But other than that, the connecting hose here is the same. The ports are in the same spot, and so it even appears to be the exact same length. There we go. All right, so now we need to begin to disassemble everything connected to the old one. So it's important to know what wrenches you're going to be dealing with. So this is the infamous 10 millimeter. And these guys, these nuts back here, are 12 millimeter. That way you know what to get. Also, I have this extra long extension on my ratchet to get to these 4 nuts back here. So we will go ahead and begin by removing those 4 nuts. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Now we should be able to just kind of pick up and down on this master cylinder, and it should crack loose from the brake booster. And as you can see, there's fluid pouring out right there. So that lets us know that we were correct in our first guess that it was a bad master cylinder. Also, I don't know if you can see all that gunk buildup right there, but can you get the camera a little closer? Y'all see all that goop? That's not supposed to be there. So that lets us know that we were correct in our diagnosis that this was a bad master cylinder. Now that we've got it loose up here on the booster, we're going to go ahead and loosen these guys, these lines, and we'll hope that they're not. Oh, that's good. Phew. This for a 1990, you just don't know. Let's go ahead and see if we can crack this one. Oh, yes. For an old car, that's a mechanic's dream come true. All right, I'll pull that brake line out of the way. I'll go ahead and bust this other one open. So while I'm taking this brake line loose, let's talk about what the problem was. We bought this, obviously, as you've seen from our previous videos. It's my wife's dream truck. And we would go driving. We decided to go take a little drive to the local Walmart, which is, I don't know, what is it, honey, 15 minutes from the house? Mm-hmm. 15 minutes from the house. By the time we got to Walmart, the brake pedal was hard as a rock and the front brakes were locked. So a good first place to check is, now if you had a distribution block down below the master cylinder, you could check that distribution block. But I've yet to find one on this truck. That doesn't say it doesn't have one, I just can't find one. So we decided to go ahead and crack this open since the master cylinder was relatively inexpensive. And lo and behold, it was indeed the trouble child. You can see that there's fluid seeping out here and a big old glob of, can you say glob? Is that a legal word? I don't know. Of stuff. I guess that's like rust, or I don't know what it is. But anyway, that's probably what was making our brake pedal go rock hard and stop the truck when we weren't trying to stop it. Now, since brake fluid is corrosive, we don't want to leave all this mess. Y'all see how nasty that is? We certainly don't want to leave it that way. So we got some zero residue cleaner, We don't want to leave it down below on the steering column or the connector or the exhaust manifold. So we're going to get all that off of here. And when we come back, this is going to be nice and dry and clean, ready for a new master cylinder. And through the magic of time and a little bit of wipes, it's clean. You notice I had to put a little oomph in it to get it to seat. That's because there is a rubber seal back there. Actually, I probably should show that to y'all. Y'all see that rubber seal right there? The rubber seal fits inside the hole there. So when you push this on, the first thing you're going to think is, oh, it doesn't fit. You just got to kind of give it a little bit of wiggle and push. And there it goes. Now that those are tight, we want to remember to place our wires back in place in our little clip here, because if we don't, we will end up with stuff getting melted, and that won't be good. Okay, now if you remember, we discovered that this plug was different. So you notice this is a round plug to a T-plug. So we're gonna have to swap caps, but that's not a big deal. Our cap wasn't the trouble. Okay, so the next thing we need to do, now since I pulled these lines loose, no matter what I do, air is gonna get in these two. So we're gonna have to bleed the individual wheel cylinders on this truck in order to make sure there's no air. So first things first, let's go ahead and fill our brand new reservoir with .3 brake fluid. Don't say that 10 times fast, it comes out weird. Oh, look at that. I'm spilling it all over the truck. We're going to brake clean the heck out of this thing.
So you gotta spin it.
That's all right. It's only got 2 cans. All right. Go ahead and put this cap on so we don't accidentally get brake clean in the reservoir. That would not be good. We still got the caps here, y'all, so keyboard warriors don't come after me. All right, we've got fluid coming out of each of these holes here, and since I didn't bench bleed this master cylinder, we're gonna have to go around and bleed each wheel cylinder. That is okay. So let's go ahead and get these lines reconnected. Remember, start everything by hand. Just wiggling the brake. I don't know if y'all can see that with the camera, but I'm wiggling the brake line while simultaneously turning the fitting. That way I can be sure that I've started these by hand and not cross-threaded them into the new master cylinder. We would not want to go to all this trouble to replace master cylinder and then find out we cross-threaded it. That would be bad. Okay, so we are at the driver's side front brake bleeder. We got our infamous 10mm wrench. Okay, honey, pump it 3 times and hold. Well, these don't want to come loose. I hope we're not stuck. Here's hoping. I may put a 6-point, instead of rounding these off, I may try to put a 6-point 10mm socket over it. Okay, we've got a 6-point 10mm socket on it now with a wrench, and I was able to crack it. So, honey, go ahead and pump up the brakes 3 times and hold. You holding? Okay. So now that we've got it loose with the ratchet wrench, look at that. She said it went to the floor. Is it on the floor now? So we just simply reverse the wrench, tighten it up, reverse the wrench again. Okay, honey, pump it up 3 times and hold, please.
Hey, Dad, I need you to untie that knot.
All right, buddy, I'll untie your knot after I bleed these brakes, okay?
No, it's hers.
All right. Are we on the floor now? All right, go ahead and pump them up again 3 times. All right, are we there? Floor? Did it go down any when I opened the valve? No. Okay. Pump it up. Did it go down any? Okay. Pump it. All right, pump it up. All right, at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and stop and go check the fluid level in the master cylinder. Okay, same with the passenger side. Honey, go ahead and pump it 3 times and hold. And she's got it holding. Ooh, I love when it cracks like that. And it isn't broken. And here goes our fluid. She just said floor. Okay, pump it 3 times and hold. She's holding. She just went to the floor. Pump 3 times and hold. She's holding. Floor. And I don't know if y'all heard that little hiss of air, or that sounds like a little crackle or a gurgle. That's because we're getting air out of the lines. Okay, 3 more times and hold, please. Is the brake pedal getting any harder? That's good. All right, she just went to the floor again. And once more. Okay, so we're on the back now. I wonder if this is still 10 millimeter. Oh, that's hard. I'm not exactly a small man, so reaching up for these spaces is a little bit of a challenge. Nope, that bleeder, the bleeder on the back is most definitely not a 10 millimeter, so I'm gonna have to go grab my socket set and figure out what that is. All right, we're gonna try a 12 millimeter. That might be yeah, that's, let's see. That's too big. Let's try an 11. Thanks. Found you a woman that can figure out socket sizes, guys. It helps. Oh yeah, it's an 11. All right. You ready to bleed them again, dear? All right, here we go. Oh yeah. Okay, pump it now, honey. Okay. I don't know if y'all can hear her saying floor, but she just said floor. Okay, pump and hold again, dear.
Hold. Floor.
Y'all see that fluid come out? Okay, pump and hold, dear.
Hold. Floor.
All right, how's your brake pedal? Go ahead and try pumping it now, see if it's a little harder.
It's a little, yeah.
A little bit harder?
Yeah.
Okay, give me 3 pumps and hold.
Okay. Hold. Floor.
All right, now we got to go check the fluid reservoir quickly, and then we'll do the 4th. All right, here's our final cylinder. This is the driver's rear. Okay, boo, go ahead and pump me 3 times and hold.
Hold.
Let's see if we can crack it. Whoa, this one's tight. Oh, there it goes.
Floor.
Whew. Okay, pump her 3 times and hold, please.
Hold. Floor.
3 times and hold, please.
Hold. Floor.
Notice we're starting to get clear fluid too, y'all. I'm bleeding out the old brown stuff and getting the new clear stuff. Okay, give me 3 and hold, please.
Hold.
Look at that. It's almost clear. Floor? 3 and hold, please.
Hold. Floor.
All right. Okay, go ahead and let her go, baby, and see if you got brake pedal.
Pretty good.
Good deal.
Okay.
Well,
If I run into anything, I'll let you know.
we'll just go around the neighborhood slow on the first pass. All that's left now is to brake clean each one of these behind the wheels here. We don't want to leave all that brake fluid on the axle and other parts. And then top off that master cylinder, take it for a test drive, see how it brakes, then take it out on the road, let the brake system get hot, and see if our brakes freeze up again. If they don't, we fixed it. If they do, we've got another problem. Well, it is safe to say that the brakes work. So we're here at the car wash. We're gonna get it cleaned up. That wraps up this project on the old Land Cruiser. Don't worry, there's many more to come. This is a 90, so it has a lot of projects left on it. And as always, thank you for watching Grub and Gas. We really appreciate you being here. And if you haven't, consider subscribing. We'd love to have you. Give us a thumbs up or thumbs down if you have to. Leave us a comment about what we could have done better or some expertise if you got it. We're always looking for continuous improvement here on G&G. We haven't quite yet figured out all of what this channel's about. I think it's repairs, cooking stuff, and telling dad jokes. But when I figure it out, I'll let you know. Or maybe you can tell me. Probably should end the video, I guess. You are still watching. So, well, this is getting awkward. Okay, y'all have a blessed night. Go to bed. Or get up and go to work whenever you're watching this. This fun's over for this one. I'm really glad you're still here. I gotta work on my sense of humor. Well, thanks for watching.